Merry Christmas in 1080p because someone upgraded her StreamYard status.
Merry
How does it
Christmas.
look?
It looks great. I don't know. Do I see it now? Should I see it now?
I guess not. And now if I open it, everyone will hear an echo. So I'll just look at it later, but I hope it looks good for all of you. What's up, Matt?
I'm just gonna start holding it. Christmas Santa. Wow, I was like Krampus, but he's very much Santa.
I mean, I understand that. What are you drinking?
For those wondering, this is one of my Christmas presents from my aunt.
Good gift. Oh, that's like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's literally a blood orange.
Ooh. Ooh.
All right, Santa, help me out here. Oh, he's almost got it. Sorry, for those who don't know, there's a Santa decoration holding the phone up right now.
If it falls again, you have to show them how your phone is being held.
If it falls again, it will fall in the same way. So yeah, this is just pure chaos episode.
We're actually making a shaky cam found footage style of Merri Hour for the holiday. So I hope you all enjoy that.
Imagine if this turned into a Christmas horror found footage movie.
It's like not the worst idea for a future episode though, like Merri Hour on the go.
So I've thought about doing that, like finding a way to actually like, obviously like not let people know, but discreetly turn like a live stream into an actual horror movie.
I mean, we've given it away to all the people who are watching live now, but you are all tasked now with keeping that top secret. If it ever, it makes me, I mean, you're not going to like this reference. It makes me think a little bit about Dashcam.
Yeah, no, like I understand that 100%. I get the reference, except will be infinitely better than Dashcam and way less problematic.
I mean, yeah, that's definitely true. All right, we got some super chats right away. One from Mike. Hey guys, can't watch live today, but I still wanted to drop by and wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Same to you, Mike. Also, because Mike dropped in here, for everybody who is on the Patreon campaign, stay tuned. No one feel pressured to answer tomorrow, but because I will be sitting and doing nothing tomorrow, you will all be getting spammed about setting up your G-Chat for the month. So stay tuned. It's coming your way.
Also, I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, I was going to say, I'm sorry, Mike, that I beat you in fantasy last week.
It's a different Mike. You beat Mike Joyce.
Oh, I mean, you're right. I beat Mike Joyce. You're correct. My bad. Wrong Mike.
Mike K is Patreon's resident animation expert. He's got great insight into movies, like generally, but in particular, dude knows his animated features and series. D-Train says, Merry Christmas, y'all. The Jurassic World franchise should have had the Planet of the Apes approach and had the dinosaurs wipe out the humans. It would have been poetic. Instead, they had them live with them. I don't know about them wiping out humans. I'm still very hung up on the idea that we didn't really make the most of human beings and dinosaurs living side by side. I feel like that was the way to go.
Yeah, like I don't think it had to be Planet of the Apes. Like there's actually this like toy series or comic or something. Like obviously I don't know what it is, but there's a whole thing about like these like G.I. Joe characters riding dinosaurs. So like that I feel like is where they would get to if they ever tried to do that. But yeah, I agree with you. I think the fault of the Jurassic World trilogy is not where it didn't go. It's how it dealt with like so slightly it dealt with the human dinosaur combination. Like that was, I don't know. I feel like we should have gotten way more of the, the Malta stuff, like where you're actually like interacting with dinosaurs running around a city, like, and it's the chaos of it.
Well, that, and also seeing how it changes, like, all aspects of day-to-day life, whether it's an underground market like what's there or Battle at Big Rock with the dinosaurs invading a campsite. There were just so many possibilities that they never tapped into.
Well, and I feel like there's a movie missing. I feel like there's a movie missing between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, because we jump right into the fact that like, oh shit, dinosaurs are loose now, to like, oh, we've already like started selling them on the black market and mercenaries are using them. Like there's so much in that little gap that could fill an entire movie of like, all right, how did the dinosaurs like normalize into society and stuff like that?
I would literally watch an entire feature film's worth of, this isn't found footage because it's not like the footage is found, but like a found footage style movie of just news reports post mansion breakout and how people started to discover what happened and then the initial dealings of it.
Like do it like mockumentary style. Like do a
Yeah.
mockumentary style that like I agree with that. Yeah.
I would like that. Can you hold down the fort for 2 minutes? Because we brought up Jurassic. I'm gonna show off the coolest Hanukkah gift ever.
Sure. Can I go to the next super chat and just read
Next
that and go
Soupy.
from there?
Mike Joyce.
From Mike Joyce. So I can
They're back.
Hello, Mike Joyce. You are the one that I destroyed in fantasy last week, so I apologize for that, but also I don't apologize because it's the only team I have in the playoffs, so I'm riding this one as far as I can. Mr. Joyce says, saw the Iron Claw with my siblings. My sister mentioned how much she loves Saltburn and played Murder on the Dance Floor the whole car ride to the theater. Should I be concerned? Number one, yes. If we are taking anything from Saltburn, it should not be playing that song over and over again in a family capacity. Also, I love the I think the Iron Claw might be like my family watch tonight. It's I just got my screener re-updated, and I know my dad has wanted to see it a lot, and I think my mom does too. My mom nodded her head. She said yes, she wants to see the Iron Claw too. So I think that's what we're gonna watch tonight. Definitely not Saltburn. I will not be watching Saltburn with my family, I don't think.
Why? I watch Saltburn with my family.
That's fair, I guess. He only eats a little jizz out of the tub.
I feel like we watched a lot of questionable things together in this house. So that was really not a big deal. You know what we watched last night? We all watched Godzilla -1.
Yes. Oh my god, I saw that screener and I'm like, do I actually watch that again?
I want to watch it again.
That's true.
I thought it was really, really good.
It's so good.
I might be the slightest bit of a victim to overhype though.
Okay, that's fair.
Like I don't know. I think that's where any not negativity, because there's literally nothing wrong with the movie, but any lack of enthusiasm I'm experiencing that other people have, I think might be due to the fact that it was like the greatest thing ever to everyone, and then I watched it late.
I get it. No. So like I did watch it late, and it met my expectations. So like I think that's the reversal of like kind of like hype, where you come into something going, everybody loves this. Like, am I going to love it as much? And it was more like validation when I watched it, because I watched it going like, oh fuck yeah, like it's one of my favorite movies of the year. It's so good.
I'm probably gonna watch it again soon.
Yeah.
So this was my Hanukkah gift.
Mm-hmm.
It's an original production storyboard for Jurassic Park. I don't know how well you could see which scene it is.
I can see that very well.
It's when Lex and Grant are hiding from the T-Rex behind the car, and the car spins. I'm very excited about this.
That's very cool. I like that a great deal.
It's a good one. I got that, and then all of my stuff from the Fall of the House of Usher auction came in. So I can't show that off because I just brought it to into, not necessarily I guess some of it's being framed because it's flat, but they're making like a collage, like a framed collage, but like where it's got like a little bit of a shadow box feel because one piece is a little thicker. And then I also, the lot came with Perry's watch from the show too. So they're going to build like a little, like kind of like a baseball case for it.
Yeah.
And that way I can take it out. I'm like this close to wearing that watch to the Critics' Choice Awards.
That'd be so funny.
It's
like very ominous too, like wearing it to a party.
I know. Oh God. It's a big watch though. And I'm debating because if I wanted to wear it out, I would probably have to remove a link or two, which they do send it. Like I think they removed links from the original piece for the actor to wear. So it comes with links. So they are meant to be removed. It's just like, do I remove links from the screen use wash and wear it out, or do I not?
I think if you would like to make a statement at the Critics' Choice, you could add that's a conversation starter, number one.
I'm tempted. I'm really, really, really tempted. You know who saw the watch the other day though? I can say this now because
actually show it to
not to Sorian, the actor who played Perry, but I just recorded a ladies' night with Carla, and it happened to be the day that I opened the box and got everything. So she did get to see the watch, and like the watch is like massive on my tiny wrist.
Cool. That's so fucking cool. What was my recent autographs I just hung up are way more random, and I was like looking through my desk, and I forgot I had this, but I did a Q&A. I hosted a Q&A for Tragedy Girls back in the day.
I remember that.
And so I did that, and I forgot that at that event, they gave me a autographed Craig Robinson shirt. So I bought just one of those stupid little t-shirt like
Yeah.
display things. And I put that up, and then for a present for myself, I went on my Pro Wrestling Tees website that I order like our AEW website, our shirts from, and for some reason I don't know why, but Mick Foley was signing autographed Sockos, so you could like buy an autographed Socko from Mick Foley for like not that much money, and like the money went to like a donation somewhere. So I was like, fuck that.
Well,
So I
that's
did.
the best part.
Yeah.
The best part is when you buy stuff like that and the money goes to a good cause. Like for the Flanagan one, I've said this a couple of times, but it went to a really good cause. I think the organization is called SAFE. So if you just Google that now, you could still donate, even if you're not buying a prop with it. But really cool, and they do stuff like that. You bringing up the Tragedy Girls thing reminds me, and you won't like this as much as I do, but I also just got framed at the Scary Perry horror screening series for Suitable Flesh. Joe and Barbara signed a Fangoria copy for me, the one with the cover on, with them on, not them, but the movie on the cover, and it's like it's nice, it's cool looking. It's with the Judah holding up Dad's head. I love it.
Yeah, that's a good one. Speaking of Fangoria, I'm in the new issue.
Are you really?
Buy the new issue. Yeah, at the end of every year I do the countdown of best kills in Fangoria. So I've returned every single year. Mr. Phil has let me continue writing about that every year since day one.
Do you get those framed? You should get that framed. Or like
I never have. That's actually that's a funny thing.
Either framed or like properly scrapbooked, like with it, like I mean like a nice book. I don't mean just like tucking the magazines away for safekeeping. I mean like actually properly cutting the pages out and putting them in a nice book.
That is funny. I never thought about that, because they do send me, because like I subscribe anyway. I get it just because I want to support them and like what they do. So like I have a subscription, so I get that copy. And then if you write in the magazine, you also get a contributor's copy as well. So I do have an extra copy of each one. That is funny. I never thought about that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna wait until I get a few more, because again, like I'm gonna knock on wood and say I'm gonna keep doing this for a little while. So like I'm gonna wait until they build up, and then like I'll have a bunch to actually like put into something.
That's cool. I like that idea. I'll help you with that. I went through a phase in college. I guess this aligns with me being in a sorority, because like I always joke, our sorority never had anything close to hazing. We would just be like made to sit on a Friday night and like scrapbook or something like silly like that. But like I made a couple of really nice ones. Like I actually learned like proper scrapbooking techniques and had, the fancy stickers, the proper tape, like where it wasn't just a matter of like plopping things on a page. It was like a real layout. It was nice. Yeah. I haven't done that in forever.
We'll sit down someday and do a horror scrapbook of all my kill list stuff.
After we do another Merri Hour drinking game, the episode after will be the scrapbook special, and you guys can just watch us scrapbook for an hour.
We'll hit on all the really hard, the most requested things they want us to do.
I love how, because of the way you're positioned today, you're barely peeking out over the super chats. Wiley wants to know, happy holidays. Thank you so much for these streams all year. It means so much. Even meeting one of you at South by Southwest. Very, very grateful for both of you. By the way, Saltburn is great. The best soundtrack of 2023. I love Saltburn too much. Too much.
It's good. I don't know if I love it. I am struggling with getting the soundtrack. I still can't get away from Oppenheimer or Killers. It's just every time I watch a movie, I'm like, is it going to dethrone it? And I haven't had anything yet.
Here's a good question for you in the group. So I'm busy, obviously, working on my montage right now, and I'm not entirely sure what song I want to do to pair with action-heavy clips. What's the best action soundtrack we've had all year?
Best action soundtrack.
Not Guardians of the Galaxy, because I pulled a song from that for a different part of the video.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm a little stumped on that one.
Because I'm a little bummed with action this year, like the mainstream stuff at least. Like Meg 2, the Expendables 4 was all like trash. So like I'm kind of struggling thinking of like action movies I loved that you could pull a really good like one of those like action beat symphony moments.
You know what I wanted really badly? I wanted the trailer music that plays for The Wrath of Becky. with that
Okay.
like that that noise, but I can't find it anywhere.
That's fair.
I can't find it.
That's
I
definitely
can't
what I
rip
want
it
to
from
look
the
back on.
trailer because it's got dialogue over it.
I'm afraid to open Letterboxd on this computer right now, specifically with
Don't
this
do
internet.
it. Don't do
I
it.
won't do it. I won't do it. But I will come back to this because I have seen good action this year. I'm just trying to think of like moments that are sticking out and like the right song to use. Could also do something just like generic, like take like Tick Tick Boom by you know.
No, it's got to be tied to a movie. That's like my headspace rule. There was a good trailer song that I was listening to recently where it's like it's like a pop song that was just put on a trailer and it's not in the actual movie. I can't believe I can't remember what it is now. I was literally just watching it too. So when I Google best action movies of 2023, I see The Hunger Games, Rebel Moon, The Creator. Maybe Creator has a good piece. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo is really good. Maybe I'll poke through that soundtrack a little. John Wick 4, Expendables.
Oh, Wick, yeah. I mean, go with Wick.
I don't know how like memorable that score was to me though.
Yeah, but like it's gonna be better tuned for action scenes where like I understand putting Gran Turismo in there, like the action is the race sequences, but like if you're going to do an entire compilation, go ahead.
Maybe there's something in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem that I haven't tried.
Oh yeah, dude, yeah. If you
That's a good idea. Or Polite Society. Polite Society has some really good stuff. I'm so glad we talked about this. I feel like I could also do this list has How to Blow Up a Pipeline, which is like How to Blow Up a Pipeline is one of the best movies of the year. I think everybody should see it and nobody has.
I'm reading Ryan's comment because it's very funny to me. No, we are in a post-Saliva world and we should stay there. We should not. 2000s alt metal was a weird time, but I love that shit. I still listen to old Saliva and like stuff like that. That's still on my running playlist.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right. Victor's up next here. What up, Perri and Matt? Christmas Day watching the Iron Claw at the theater I work at since we're not showing Ferrari. Ugh. I had to read that. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. See what I did there? Yeah, I love saying that. I love
quote
saying
from
that.
A movie.
I'm curious to see how Iron Claw does this weekend.
I'm curious. I'm actually surprised. I'm not surprised, but like the amount of Iron Claw comments we've gotten already, like it's good to see people going out there and seeing it.
But it's crazy too because I was doing a holiday weekend box office report earlier in the week, like a predictions type thing, and I think they were only predicting Iron Claw to make something like 6 million, which seems like a really low number to me.
That would have been my prediction too, which is why I'm very happy to see people like commenting that like they're going to see it today and spending their Christmas Eve with a wholesome family film.
I think our wholesome family film tonight is going to be Poor Things.
Yeah, that's fair. I do want
also not wholesome and not very family friendly, but I don't care.
No, that's fair.
It's got some very it's got scenes you don't want to share with your family, but I will because I have no boundaries. All right,
what's going on?
What's going on with the cabinet?
It's the 12 days of Christmas, and it's all the Christmas decorations. I'm currently home.
Nice cabinet.
Currently home with the fam, so my mom likes to go all out decorating for Christmas. And if you saw the entire place, this cabinet is just but a sample.
It is very nice. It's very well kept. If I was downstairs, I would show everybody our Hanukkah bush / baby Christmas tree, but I can't go there right now.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm just going hard on 2000.
Oh, go crazy now. You actually remembered to sign into my account so you can
so I don't sign out of it.
You want.
When you sign on, I don't sign out until I have to do a video for Certified Forgotten, and then I have to sign out.
Makes sense. Christy, what's up? Happy holidays to you too. And congrats on having a high chance to make it to the fantasy football finals, Matt.
Sorry,
Perfect
Christy.
week for most of my team to be out and poop the bed.
I've been checking the scores.
It's fine. We curse on this show all the time. I wonder if it would let you. Can you put shit in the super chat?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was wondering if like maybe they have some sort of sensor. Hold on. What was I going to say with fantasy football? Oh, is there someone who wrote shit? No, I mean like a super chat where you have to like put it in properly.
if it's not censoring you, I don't think it would censor. Like, it's not going to give you special opportunities to do it when other people. Somebody type shit in the chat, please.
The question was for super chats. I don't want someone to waste a single dollar they have on testing this theory out, please. I'm just looking at our fantasy football. Caleb's not here yet, so we could talk about it a little more later, but I'm just looking at our particular league. So you're playing Christy in the semifinals, and then Caleb and Donovan are playing each other, and the winner of those two go on to the championship. I am in the toilet bowl playing with Amelia, and I'm getting crushed because I deserve to be crushed because I sucked in that league. I'm really mad about last week, Matt. I'm so mad in that other league. So I was playing Vinny, and Vinny's entire team had played, and all I was behind by was 15 points. 15 points, and I still had 3 players left. I had Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham, and then also Jake Elliott.
Yeah.
Like, forget having 3 players. I could have had one of those players and have still had like a degree of confidence in winning. Combined, those guys could not get me 15 damn points. And like, I literally was walking around the entire day being like, hey, I made the semis, and then they all sucked.
Like, honestly, on a normal day, your kicker alone should be getting you 10 points. Like, that should be like, between 8 and 12 is like the range that a normal kicker score should be. So the fact that like Elliott himself did not get you most of the way it's some pretty bad luck. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm so annoyed. And like, I had such a good comeback in that league too. I was sucking at the beginning, terrible. Yeah. And then I came all the way back and I got into the playoffs, and I had a really good score last week. Like, even without those 3, I had something like 142 points. Like, that was a good round. And then 3 of them just like, man, they stunk it.
I know.
Stunk it.
I mean, I thought I was going to make the playoffs in 3 leagues this year. And then in the last 2 weeks of the season, I had the ultimate shit the bed moment for 2 of those teams. And like, I went from first place 6-0 in one league to not making the playoffs. So like, I understand. It's been a year.
Yeah.
Hold on, we have 2 questions I think would be fun to go over.
Go for it.
Let's do this one first.
MK Songbird says, any movies that you saw at festivals from earlier this year that you're surprised still don't have distribution?
If you want me to go, I have some answers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go first. Okay. So the first one I'm going to go with, it's a curious one to me because it's the Toxic Avenger, and it is it's Lionsgate, right? Or Legendary. Sorry.
Legendary.
So like, it has a major studio attached. It's been done for over like a year and a half or something. Like, this movie's been in the can, ready to go, quote unquote. And it plays Fantastic Fest to like really no acclaim. They just kind of put it as the lead movie of Fantastic Fest without a date. And the fact that we still don't have a date or any knowledge about what's going to happen with it, like, it feels like they were testing the waters with Fantastic Fest and didn't get what they wanted. And like, I don't know what that means for the movie. So I think that's such a curious scenario where like, we don't know anything about the Toxic Avenger remake still, even though it's played a pretty decently sized festival at this point.
What more could they have wanted from that crowd? Like, I'm pretty sure most of the reviews were very positive. I know mine was.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, I wrote a positive review. I think a lot of people did, but like, I guess I just don't know. I don't know if they know what to do with this movie. And I'm being completely honest. I think this is a scenario where like, they really don't know how to put the Toxic Avenger remake out there, because like, sure, they played it at the perfect place. Fantastic Fest is where you want to screen that. But like, how you go about that afterwards, I don't know. I think this is a really curious scenario.
I mean, I can understand it being a marketing challenge, but like, you just release it and then you put the work in marketing wise. You got to you got to get creative and figure out a way to appeal to longtime Trauma fans, but also hint at the fact that this movie has a heart that can appeal to literally anyone. I don't think it's that hard of a sell.
Yeah. Again, but we're genre fans. We understand that. Like, but like, Legendary knows genre too. So I don't know. I just think it's a weird, it's a weird case that there's still so little plan and fanfare for it, despite it having now played a festival.
I think it needs to come out. I mean, I'll name a similar film because this was produced by a big studio in Miramax, and it also played at a Fantastic Fest. My pick is Strange Darling, Where's that movie? That movie might have made my best of the year list had it come out this year.
Yeah.
I love that
Again,
movie.
another weird one, because like that was like the Six scenario. It's like you have a Kevin Williamson penned slasher, and it's like
Oh,
that
yeah.
should have been an easy release, but all it does is get a drop on Peacock. And like I know it's because of the COVID of it all and the way it handles certain things, and I think a lot of people got gun shy on putting a movie out at the time with that. But like, you know, I still think it's a little bit of an underrated film from this year, where like it didn't deserve what it got. I didn't love it. I'm not going to lie to you. Like it's decent enough for me, but I think the last 20 minutes are kind of a shit show, and they kind of play against themselves. But like, it still didn't deserve the here's Peacock, like or whatever it was, whichever streaming service.
Peacock.
Like, we're not going to announce it. Okay, yeah.
The thing was Peacock. I was very disappointed by that too. Like, I'm with you. I didn't love the ending, but I thought the rest was so damn good, and I'd probably watch that movie over and over.
The rest is everything you want from like a slasher film, like modern day contemporary. It's just it gets back to feeling like the quickness and the ferocity of Speed, if that makes sense. Like it's Speed. Wow. Scream. Like it feels like he gets back to like staging those kind of chase sequences again.
Well, you said the S word.
Well, yeah. There's another one I want to bring up.
Okay.
Really
we should probably talk about Scream 7.
Do you want to go off of this topic, or
no, go, because this is supposed to be an AMA. So bring up that one question, then we'll go to Scream, because
the other one I wanted to bring up, because we can have fun with it and we can be what we want. Why is it not clicking? Hold on. There we go.
What holiday movie have not enough people seen, but they all should? I mean, I always go Krampus. I think that's one of the best holiday movies ever made, and I think people need more holiday horror in their lives.
I mean, I'm going Santa Jaws. I think way more people should see Santa Jaws specifically.
Santa Jaws.
It's fun. Listen, go in expecting like a sci-fi midnight original, but do that and be pleasantly surprised. I think that's the best way I can say it. Santa Jaws is fun. Also, though, Day of the Beast, Spanish horror, just really, really fun take by Alex de Iglesia on kind of like a religious Christmas horror film with a lot of really cool effects, good characters, stuff like that. And yeah, there's a whole slew of Christmas horror movies I can go down if I want to. Sorry, I'm sticking with horror, but that's kind of my vibe.
I like Klaus is the one that I was thinking of. That's a great holiday movie on Netflix. A really like beautiful animated feature. I highly recommend that.
Yeah, I think I have seen that. I think I have seen Klaus.
It's good. You would like that movie.
Yeah,
I think that one's a special one.
All right, you want to go Dream?
I mean, we might as well. I'm just gonna bring up Christopher Landon's stuff, because that's where this is coming from. I'll read it from the Holiday Reporter article. Christopher Landon is no longer answering the Scream 7 call, blah, blah, blah. He wrote, "I guess now is as good a time as any to announce I formally exited Scream 7 weeks ago. This will disappoint some and delight others. It was a dream job that turned into a nightmare, and my heart did break for everyone involved, everyone, but it's time to move on." It continues, "I have nothing more to add to the conversation other than I hope Wes's legacy thrives and lifts above the din of a divided world. What he and Kevin created is something amazing, and I was honored to have even the briefest moment basking in their glow."
I mean, like, here's the scenario.
I can't believe it.
Hold on. Like,
I still can't believe it.
I mean, this is on the studio. This was always the studio's fault. Like, they were the ones that have fucked this up from the beginning. Like, Chris Landon got his dream job. Like, we have to remember for a quick second that, like, literally got his dream job, get into direct a Scream movie, continue that legacy, like, follow in the footsteps of some brilliant filmmakers, and also have this, like, trilogy ender set up for him. And I think when everything happened, I'm not going to say his tweet was right. I'm not going to say his tweet was that he deleted, because I do believe he kind of read it afterwards and, like, you know, maybe worded things incorrectly. So, like, I'm not holding it against him to this day by any means. Like, I think there were a lot of emotions happening in a lot of people when that news came out. And I wish he didn't fire that tweet off, but still at the end of the day, like, my like heart breaks for this guy, because he had his dream job and he had to walk away because it's just there's nothing left of it. Like the studio has fucked this up so tremendously.
Yeah, my heart breaks for everybody who was involved. My heart breaks for the fandom too. It's like it stinks to have the franchise going so strong, having just given us all these new ideas that we were all latching onto that suggested that the concept had loads more life to it, and then to have it ripped away in a flash and, you know, like really like obliterated. Like they destroyed the future of that franchise, at least for the time being. And to have the whole thing have been so unnecessary is very upsetting.
It's like the Scream fandom itself has become so ugly and just something that like every time I see something from it, I'm just like, this is gross. This needs to not be what it is. Like there were people on somebody brought it up in the chat, but like, you know, people on Twitter like death threats are part of the job. Like you have to be able to have a thick skin and stuff like that. And it's like, no, you're just an actual terrible person. That's the only way around this. Like, so yeah, like he was getting so much stuff he didn't deserve. He was getting so much stuff. Like I would have walked away too. And again, I do what you were saying. Like, I don't think anyone can kind of step in and clean up this mess with Sky Glass involved. I think this has to be sold off. I think there has to be new creative team from the production company upwards. Like, this is now so ugly and gross that like no one should even want to get involved in it. Let alone they might not. Like literally, like this is now going to be one of those projects. That's like, cool. Do I want to take this thing over that already has a curse around it?
Yeah, I've kind of trying to think of a way around it to, you know, not that this is the most important thing in this scenario, but like a little part of me, you know, wants what I wants the continuation of the story for these new character, the core four in particular. I mean, I don't really think anything is all that possible right now, but like selling it off to a different studio and then maybe bringing back Radio Silence and the full cast, but like all that's so out of the realm of possibility. And you know, essentially when everybody is dropped off, to get them back on would cost a lot of money, and the Scream movies aren't traditionally something that cost a ton of money. There's so many potential hurdles now, like so many potential unnecessary hurdles to have to leap over in order to make a good Scream movie. It's wild to me. This whole thing is so upsetting.
I mean, it goes back, like some people like Sam are just bringing this up. Like it does go back to the Neve Campbell thing. Like that salary was also an issue too. And that's like a reason we didn't get a return. And like, I don't know. I think the studio unfortunately has the rights at this point, and it does need to be changed. And I do think this franchise is dead for the foreseeable future, but not dead forever. Like,
yeah, probably right. Hate admitting it, but Zeus is here. Just wishing you happy holidays. When is that montage coming? Dude, put the pressure on, why don't you? I am working on it. I'm a little behind. My goal is always to have it up and running between Christmas and New Year's, so that's still the goal. But admittedly, I got a lot of work to do on that thing. I always say to myself every year, I'm like, why don't you just take like a day at the end of every month to download the month's trailers and maybe even go through them and select really cool clips? And then all of a sudden, like mid-December is here, and I'm like, fuck, I have 12 months worth of footage to download and sort through. And that's where I am right now. I'm on August. I've been through every month through July though at this point. So it's still a little ways to go.
Jesus. Yep, no. I write my lists and that's enough time consuming stuff. So like, yeah, I can imagine
it's a lot of work.
Gathering the materials.
The downloading of the trailers and the picking of the clips is it's like a lot of not fun work, but it's just so immensely satisfying when the pieces start to come together with the music that it's worth it.
Oh no, 100% it's always worth it. But like, yeah, like I understand what you're saying. I would not have the discipline to go through and like, I try to do that for like even writing and stuff. It's like, okay, at the end of every month, just like jot down memorable this, memorable that, and then like you'll be set for end of the year. And it's like end of the year is always the same thing. I'm scrambling to be like, what movies did I see this year?
Yep. Every year. I need to work on my top 10 list too. That's what we're going to do on next week's Merri Hour. We're going to go through our favorite movies of the year. And then the week after, we're doing most anticipated. I can't believe we're back to that again. It's crazy how fast a year goes.
I don't believe it's real. No.
Yeah.
No.
Kind of a little bit. I don't fully believe it either. But here we are. Did you see any other questions?
Somebody asked for most anticipated, so we'll hold on.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. We're gonna do that as our first episode of 2024.
Let's see.
My shares.
Festivals. We did that. We did that. Yeah, someone give us questions.
Yeah, send live chat questions. They don't have to be super chat questions.
Yeah, they don't have to be super chats.
This is like your day.
We're open here. Oh shit! I didn't know this.
Oh, that is cool.
That's cool.
Fun fact.
Because that the remaster is wonderful. So if you've never seen Old Boy before, especially if it's on Netflix and you have it, make that. But again, probably not like a Christmas movie, but like, you know, you got time when you're alone and hanging out.
I haven't rewatched the original Old Boy in a while. Not that I rewatched the Spike Lee Old Boy very often.
I was like, do you rewatch the Spike Lee one? I feel like I watch it every year.
I mean, not that it's a bad movie, right? It's not bad. I don't remember it being that bad. I just remember not caring all that much for it.
I think I ended up on like the barely positive scale on that one. Yeah.
You ended up what?
Like barely positive. I think I was like, okay, like
that sounds right. The one big thing I remember from that Old Boy is that one long take, because I like me a good oneer. I'm just curious. The Old Boy that Spike did, it's got pretty rotten scores. 39% on the tomato meter and a 37% audience rating.
Jeez.
I didn't expect it to be that low, but here we are. Thoughts on Paramount? Merger's bad.
Yeah, Monopoly's worse. Like Merger's bad, Monopoly's worse. That is the reality we're getting to, because the less studios owned. How do I want to say this? Monopoly's bad. Never mind. I'm not even like I don't even have to go deeper into this. Like, yes, if everyone becomes one company and it's just like, you know, the Warner Discovery Paramount block here, Netflix here, and Apple here, creativity is dead. You need more channels to let different creative voices live, because if it's just one company owning them all, it's going to be one single voice, one single vision, and that is the death of what we want.
Pretty good description right there.
I was like, how do I want to do this? And then,
there's a lot of good questions now, Matt.
Go ahead.
I'll go with this one. Who do you think is the best actor turned producer right now? There's so many now. I'll also add like best actor turned director. I think the movie that excited me the most this year that isn't coming out until next year is Anna Kendrick's feature directorial debut, The Woman of the Hour. I think that might have been my favorite movie that I saw at TIFF 2023. I was obsessed with that and couldn't stop thinking about it. And I just loved, I loved how like unique it felt. It felt like the kind of movie where one person would have directed it that way. And I get very excited when, you know, a director has so much has such a clear authoritative voice over how they're displaying their content. And that's what she does in that movie. I was so impressed.
No, heck yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I'm impressed at Bradley Cooper. And if we're being honest, like the projects that like he's connecting himself to and stuff like that. So like, it's like an obvious answer. It's an easy one. But
did we talk about Maestro? Did you like Maestro?
I did. I really liked Maestro more than I thought I would. Like that. Like that's why.
I loved Maestro and I couldn't believe it. Not that I walked in being like, I'm not going to like this movie, but it really exceeded all my expectations. And I think it exceeded my expectations because it didn't play like a biopic. It felt more like, you know, little slice of lifey where you just like live with him in his reality for a period of time rather than like, look at these accomplishments in order.
Right. I also like weirdly like Elizabeth Banks's journey as a actor turned director producer. Like if I'm being honest, like a good example. She's getting weird. She's like doing these like weird concept stuff. So like I kind of like the way she's going as well.
I did just put a really good Cocaine Bear clip in the montage.
Yeah, like exactly like the fact that like she's like, oh hell yeah, on Cocaine Bear. Like I like what she's doing. Yeah.
Yeah, her company's doing some good stuff too. That company also produced Bottoms.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's right.
They're doing good stuff. All right. I saw others. and they have gotten away from me. I'll happily answer this. Were there really enough films released in 2023 to warrant an Academy Awards ceremony? Can confirm there most certainly were. One, because given the fact that I'm going through trailers for my montage right now, I can tell you I probably have more. Every year I have more trailers than the previous year, and it's shaping up to be the exact same this year. And then on top of that, I do think like generally quality has been fairly consistently high. I mean, of course, we've had some duds this year, but a lot of things were really damn good. Like, I feel like at this point, maybe we're narrowing our Oscar prediction list just because we're getting closer to when the nominations are going to be announced, and it's becoming apparent what's emerging as front runners. But, you know, like there's the front runners, and then there's also like a whole lot of movies on the bubble that might not get in but are still really damn good and deserving. I think it's a great year for film. Well, great year for film on screen finished product wise, not in terms of like all the negative that's happened this year. I need to emphasize that.
Yes, the answer is yes. I don't know why you would even make that comment, so okay, that's a fun one. I mean, there's the super chat.
Oh, here's a good question. Oh, sorry, Matt. Did you just pull the chat and I made it go away?
These are also, I will pull mine up after, but this is an important question.
Favorite holiday dessert? I don't like a lot of traditional desserts. You know what I love? I wish I like had an example, like a picture to show. You know those like chocolate covered star cookies with the little dot sprinkles on them? Those are really good.
I think I do. I'm trying to think of like what like holiday specific desserts, like because like.
Oh, I found it. I'm putting in the chat.
You know,
not that I'm like promoting this company, but just so you guys know, these are the star cookies. I mean,
there is this Trader Joe's popcorn called Jingle Jangle, and it's like chocolate covered popcorn with all these like other things mixed in.
Split it up into a million super chats. It looks like I'm spamming my own live stream right now. I put in an Instacart thing.
Oh God, and it was too big to be one.
Right. I'm just gonna
anyway. Jingle Jangle is my favorite dessert. Also, deceptively good peppermint bark.
Wait, I'm sorry. Jingle Jangle?
Yeah, it's like a chocolate covered popcorn mixture from Trader Joe's that is like a bunch of things mixed in with it. It's very good.
I feel like someone's told me about this before, because as you just explained that, it does sound fairly familiar. All right, I'm pulling up my star cookies. No, I'm not. I can't find the picture now.
You're really struggling with this.
I know. It's so hard to do like extra things when we're going live, though.
As you're doing that, you can think about this question that I was going to pull up. Any favorite TV shows of the year?
Gen V is definitely very high up there for me. Gen V, the end of Succession, the end of Barry.
I forgot Barry was this year. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? So again, the year just goes right on by. Those were really good. I really liked Lessons in Chemistry. I thought that was great. Fall, The House of Usher, obviously. Star cookies. See?
I'm waiting for you to get the star cookie.
It's right here. You see?
Oh, it just popped up. Oh, like literally says star cookie. Okay, I've never seen these before.
They're good. They're so simple. They're so simple.
It's just. Is that like graham? Hold on. Semi-sweet chocolate covered. Oh, graham cracker stars. Okay, so graham cracker chocolate.
It's got a very, very distinct taste, though. Like they're one of a kind. You need to try star cookies.
Hold on.
This is a great list. Beef, Gen V, Silo, and Black Mirror. I haven't watched the new Black Mirror season, but all the other ones you mentioned, I can confirm are very, very good. Eventually, I'll watch Black Mirror. Blue Eye Samurai, another one I haven't watched, but I've heard great things about. Did you go to get something? Oh, can you open it? Can we see inside?
Oh, it's empty. This is very much
you ate it.
Is these things. Hold on. Camera. I can do this.
Oh.
But like it's like peanut butter cups. So milk chocolate candies, peanut butter cups, chocolate enrobed Joe's cookies, chocolate covered pretzels, and like 3 more things.
What are the red things?
Little M&Ms, basically like little mini M&Ms.
There's nothing that disappoints me more than when I see like a sweet dessert that's filled with all these like chocolatey things, and then all of a sudden there's like a hidden like piece of fruit in it or something. Just like it ruins the good stuff.
I don't want fruit in that. Yeah.
I like this one. Did you finish that by yourself, Matt?
No. This is a family treat.
All right, I'm going back. Oh, Yellow Jackets was this year. I'll put that on my list too.
That's right. I can't believe all this stuff happened this year. Holy crap!
Isn't it? It's wild. You know what sent my head spinning when I was working on the montage? The fact that Megan came out this year. It feels like that's been part of pop culture for way longer than a year to me.
Yeah, like because it had that initial kind of surge of interest when it went TikTok viral and stuff like that. But like, it actually did feel like it was out by that point, but that was months before it actually came out.
And it went TikTok viral again for Halloween too. Like also, and this is the benefit of a company owning a theme park too. I love how everyone was doing the Megan dance because of the movie. Then everyone was doing the Megan dance because they were doing the Megan dance at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. And I mean, they went to a Chargers game. They like did a bunch of stuff. Those
I
Megans
wanted
were
to go to
everywhere.
that game so badly.
Chargers game, yeah.
I was so mad. I was so mad.
Yeah, that would have been a good time.
It would have been. It would have been.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any TV shows to add because like you covered
You get me. You get me. BS apricot. I agree. Animated series. I'm like a little behind on animated series.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's here.
I literally have the Detroit game on the background. I can look over.
What's like the stats? Like now that I've lost in both of my leagues, like what's the actual state of the NFL? Like who's gonna make the playoffs and stuff?
I mean, it's starting to get hammered down. I mean, like the Lions game is on right now, so like I'm just watching to see if the Lions are gonna like get secured for the playoffs or not.
So what do they need? If they win today, are they in the playoffs? I
think they're literally like a win away, or they just need a win and Seattle to lose or something like that. Like if they're not in already, they actually might be in already.
Okay.
I like the fact that the Texans are still in the conversation. Like we aren't in the playoffs by any means, but like if some things happen, we actually might make the playoffs, and that's kind of cool.
So the
Cowboys.
The ones in the playoffs right now are the Ravens, 49ers, Cowboys, and Eagles.
Yep. There you go.
Okay. And then in the hunt, Dolphins, Lions, Chiefs, Bucks, Jaguars, Rams, Browns, Vikings, Bills, Colts.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the bubbles, wouldn't you love if the Texans would get in?
That's what I'm saying. I that bubble is very important.
And then, of course, the New York teams are lower on the list. Oh, God. All like hardcore out. Patriots, Panthers, Cardinals, Chargers, Jets, Commanders, and Titans.
Yep. Absolutely done. Game over.
Cool.
Yeah, no, they didn't have good seasons. There's no way around it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm numb to it. I'm just used to it.
But yeah, I mean, the Texans side of it is like we were expected to be absolute crap. So the fact that like we're in the bubble on the bubble, I know like we got a long shot, but I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Here's a good one. What movie this year was most surprisingly good?
I'm looking at my list.
I'm trying to think of one that I thought I wouldn't have liked. Didn't you see 80 for Brady?
I did.
I never watched it, but while I was making my montage, I was watching the trailer. I'm like, shit, maybe I should circle back and watch this now.
Literally, that might be my surprisingly good because I went in going like, it's 80 for Brady. What can this actually be about? And it was delightful. It was actually very like it's the kind of movie you put on just to feel good. That's it.
I don't think I quite mean this the way that C Cubed is asking, but the one that I'll say is theater camp, because when I covered theater camp at Sundance, we didn't get the opportunity to screen the movie before doing the interview. So in order to do a little research, a little prep work, I went and I watched the short film that the movie is kind of based on. And the short film to me, it wasn't a bad short film. It just felt like a short film that was made for the people who made it, you know, where a lot of stuff was very inside baseball, and it was geared towards viewers who have had that experience. And when I
Yeah.
finished the short, and even after talking to him in the interview, I'm like, you know, like, great idea, but how are you going to make this for a broader audience? How are you going to make it for the people you want to make it for, but also encourage newcomers to experience this thing that you love? And they did that in this movie incredibly well. It's perfectly balanced in that respect. I feel like Theater Camp is definitely a movie for everybody, and I applaud how successful they were in that respect.
I'd throw
That's a good
Joyride up
one.
here. So like Joyride,
Love
now that
Joyride.
mentioning it, like one of the funniest movies of the year. Like literally one of the funniest movies of the year. Very, very well done comedy. I think that's there. One that one that surprised me this year was Slaughterhouse.
Oh
And here's
yeah.
why.
Oh yeah, because you said that was legit
So
good.
that was like the surprise there is I've seen so many of these movies based on a title. It's just a horror movie that's like, do a silly title and you're gonna get butts and seats. And they never usually good. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, the Grinch one, the Mean one, none of those usually pan out. But I watched Slaughterhouse and it's legitimately fun. It's legitimately like does exactly what it tells you in the title, and it doesn't back down the entire movie. And it's now streaming on Hulu. So it's literally available on Hulu. If you would like to give Slaughterhouse a try, I actually do recommend it.
Maybe I'll recommend that after Poor Things.
Yeah, follow Poor Things, a little dose of Slaughterhouse and Alpha, the sorority slasher sloth.
We got a lot of Blackberry love in here. Oh, here's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Highly
Oh
recommend
yeah,
Rye Lane if you have not seen it. Did you ever watch Rye Lane?
never got to.
It did. Let me at least find out where to watch because I believe it is streaming now. But I saw Rye Lane at Sundance, and I don't. It's just like, it's on Hulu actually. Yeah,
Nice.
it's
Okay.
Hulu. Just like really refreshing romantic comedy that I don't know, like very unique, and I love the two lead actors in that, so I highly recommend that.
I would also I'd throw D&D in there as like a surprise because I did go into that expecting nothing, and it was surprisingly funny and enchanting. I liked it.
D&D was solid. I didn't love it. I didn't love it as much as everybody else did,
Yeah,
but
no,
it was pretty good.
it's nowhere near my top 10. It's just one of those ones that I expected nothing from. And like the genre specifically, like fantasy genre doesn't really work for me that well. So that especially was like what made me pause.
Have we talked about All of Us Strangers at all? I feel like I haven't had the opportunity to talk about that one.
No,
I just
I liked it.
I randomly like put it back on the other day, like, and like it ruined me the first time I watched it. So I'm surprised I pushed play again, but like what a beautiful story and concept, and like devastating in many respects too. But I think that's just such a
God, yeah.
smart way to get at, you know, that particular, I don't know, scenario and how we process things. And I was like really bowled over by that movie.
Yeah, it does a lot of good work depicting grief in a way that is relatable, but also
Mm-hmm.
unique in like that setup, like you said, it's a setup that is pretty ingenious in the way it does it. I think the performances are better than the execution, if that means anything. Like, I think the performances are fucking immaculate. I think the actual concept is so good on paper, but sometimes gets a little lost in translation. But I do overall very much enjoy the film, and like I would have been so happy to see either lead actor there, like Andrew Scott and Paul Mes. Like if
Yeah,
they either of them got attention, I would have been so happy. Like that would have been
that's
good.
that's another part of the reason why I think I haven't been talking about it as much as I would have liked, because while it is in the Oscar conversation, it feels like it's too far out in so many categories that it's not going to crack any list, which is a little unfortunate in my opinion.
Yeah. A few people just brought up Eileen.
Oh,
I thought Eileen was good. Again, I didn't love it as much as people saying it's like their favorite movie of the year. Like I was on the kind of just. I think it's good. I think it's a little tonally imbalanced between the story it's trying to tell and what it's trying to be. I'm just being very vague, obviously, because no spoilers. But like, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like an outright thriller. Sometimes it feels like a quirky comedy. And I know that's kind of the point at times.
yeah.
But for me, that didn't work. I needed a little more meshing and a little more like kind of like glue holding things together.
Yeah, I mean, I liked how genre bending it is and how all over the place it can be, but
Yeah.
I mean, the best way I can describe it is something about it didn't click as much as I would have liked it to, but I still found it to be a very entertaining and well-acted watch. And in particular, I love watching Marin Ireland steal every movie with a single scene.
So I haven't seen They Clone Tyrone, and I really want to still.
It's pretty good.
Before the end of the year.
There's like one. It wasn't a surprise because it's not like I went in with very many expectations, but I randomly was assigned that junket. I'm like, I don't know all that much about that movie, so learning about the filmmakers involved and then actually seeing it, it's real. It's a good one. I highly recommend They Clone Tyrone, which is on Netflix.
I mean, we talked about this last week too. If we're talking about surprises, like I think that was another nice surprise. Although Jeffrey Wright, I know, is so super talented. So like anything he's leading, I'm already kind of, okay, I'm in. So maybe surprise isn't as much for me, but no, I was. The satire worked really well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw like somebody tweeting out that like, oh my God, like this movie's so bad. Like any white critic who likes it is just like, doing it because they have to. And I'm like, no. And that's also kind of the point of the movie. And like, I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
I quite like American Fiction as well. That's definitely one that is in my top 20 with a chance of cracking the top 10 once I figure that out, which has to happen soon. There's a lot of American Fiction love.
A few more days.
A lot of American Fiction. Oh, here's a good surprise. Saw 10 being like, it wasn't even just good for a Saw movie. It was just a good movie, period. And it was really nice watching Tobin Bell, like, getting to act in that role. Not that he hasn't delivered good performance beats in past movies. I think in past Saw movies, I think he definitely has. But this was just, like, an unexpectedly well-layered experience for John Kramer that I quite liked. I quite liked the added intimacy it gives this particular Saw film.
Yeah. I did find it so curious though that like this is the, it's like the best reviewed or whatever you want to say, but like I don't know, I still hold Saw X below 1 and 6, whatever the healthcare one is. And it's like
I think
it's such an interesting concept to me that like I don't know, this franchise was so hated for so long by critics. And then all of a sudden this one comes out and like, I don't think this does things all that different than much. It does give Tobin Bell more to do. 100%. We finally get a Tobin Bell Saw movie, but like, I don't know. I just found it a little odd that this was the one that like critics decided like, nope, this is the one. I'm like, there's been 9 other opportunities to do this. And like, why this one randomly?
I think this would probably be my second highest ranked Saw movie. And I think because it is just it's so heavily anchored by character. And then the added benefit is in this particular case, it's anchored by a character that's been involved since the beginning. Also, because that's like one of the most interesting things to discuss with the Saw franchise is John Kramer's motivation and his plan. And is he bad, or does his good intentions actually, make some of what he does reasonable? But I feel like having discussed that and standing on the foundation of all that and then exploring what happens to him in this particular scenario, it adds so much weight to it.
It's fair. Yeah. It was just very like, it was very much just like, I'm watching this happen and I'm just like, okay, this is the one we're finally going to be like, but like, it's doing the same thing it's always done, just with a little more. I don't know.
A lot of people love Plane. I never watched Plane.
Plane was fun.
Butler movie,
I'm not gonna lie. Plane did exactly what you think a movie called Plane should do.
Here's a good Missing. I love how I'm like circling this title with my mouse, like you can all see it. Missing is very good, and it feels like not enough people saw Missing, so I highly recommend circling back to that one if you can.
Yeah,
and of course, No One Will Save You is great.
Yeah, I'm just looking through. Did we read Ezra's other super chat? Sorry, I just want to make sure.
Oh, maybe not. Sorry, I went over to the other window. Ezra, thank you, first of all. I just want to say I hope you're having a wonderful holiday. I enjoy following people with such a positive energy around film. You both rock, as do you, Ezra. We appreciate the super chat and you being part of this community.
Let's peek over.
See, lots of Missing love. It's such a well-made movie. I mean, like, there's a lot of difficult forms of filmmaking out there. That's screen life stuff, though. there are so many layers, and the challenge of building tension through those visuals and, filling in every single box of like a window believably. Really impressive. And especially when you consider that on top of all those really challenging aspects, the missing filmmakers have also hidden, like, not even just little Easter eggs, but full, like, interesting narratives within the two films, like the alien invasion stuff. I think they're so clever with these films.
I was not expecting that. I will admit that was yes.
Very well done. Did you see anything else you wanted to hit?
No. I think we
did it.
I think we caught up pretty well there.
And we've hit an hour. I can't believe we've been talking for an hour.
I think we did it.
What's Donato family Christmas tradition tonight?
It's my dad's birthday, so he gets to pick dinner. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick. Thank you. So yeah, no, we have a nice Italian dinner. And then we used to do when the crowd was bigger, let's say, we used to do like the big brunch on Christmas Day. But now everyone has their own little gatherings on Christmas Day. So just keep it chill. Keep it easy.
Nice. You'll never guess what we're doing tonight.
Watching movies.
Dinner and a movie.
Yeah. Yep. Do you guys cater this holiday? Is this
Oh my God, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a house filled with leftovers because like everything's closed.
Nope, 100%.
Yeah, so we just hang in and be lazy and wear sweatshirts and blankets, and the dogs will be happy that we're sitting at home. And I gave my niece and nephews their belated Hanukkah gifts earlier today, and that went over pretty well. So I'm quite pleased with that.
Nice. Yeah. Yep, we'll get to all that good stuff.
Alrighty. Before we wish everyone a happy holiday and sign off, is there anything you want to plug?
My dad wants get out of here. I don't know. My dad found Benny Hill last night on TV and made me watch it, and he was very excited.
Oh, well then, okay.
So now you know that fact as well.
Plug your Fangoria article.
I'm gonna sign off. We're almost done. Get out of here. Get out of here. What do you say?
Plug your Fangoria article.
Well, I have, you could just easily enough follow me at Donato Bomb on Twitter, Letterboxd, Instagram, TikTok a little bit, and you will see things like me sharing my Fangoria, which Perri has mentioned, which I'm in this issue of. End of year recap stuff is going to be hitting online pretty soon for some sites, and then we're already getting assignments for January, so I'm already looking forward to 2024.
Make sure your dad knows there's Benny Hill love in the chat.
Someone just posted Benny Hill theme song. All right. You got it.
I will tell everybody to go watch the new Ladies' Night that just went up. Today's Sunday, so it went up yesterday. Yesterday's episode was with Maura Tierney for the Iron Claw. She is the coolest. I've been a huge fan of hers for as long as I could remember, so I was really honored to get to have her on the show. And then, as I said, in the can is the Carla Gugino episode. That one should be going live next weekend to make for some good holiday watching. And that's it. Happy holidays, everyone. Hope you have a lovely, lovely time with good people, good vibes, and good food tonight and tomorrow. And we will see you next week for the very last edition of the Merri Hour in 2023. Goodbye, guys.
Yeah,
Happy holidays.